Rugby World Cup try scoring record. At the moment, it's held by two of the biggest names in the game, absolute legends in Bryan Habana and Jonah Lomu. Over their World Cup experience, they've managed to rack up 15 tries. They hold the individual records for the number of tries scored in the tournament with 8. And grand total for both of these guys, 15 tries. And yeah, it seems kind of fitting that two such legendary players are the guys that do hold the records for those number of Rugby World Cup tries. I thought, I'll have a look and see if there's anybody kind of on the radar that may be potentially able to chase these guys down and potentially even past that. The short answer is it doesn't look likely in the short term anyway, because there's no real immediate threats, I would imagine, to that 15 try record. I'll see if I can get the list of the top 20 guys for their try scoring records, like Drew Mitchell's on 14, Doug Hallett's on 13, Adam Ashley Cooper's on 12, Latham on 11, Rokothoko, Underwood 11, Clerk 11. None of these guys are still playing. I mean, Adam Ashley Cooper's the only one, but he's not going to do another World Cup here, and he just squeaked into this one. So there's nobody immediately on that list. Mills Molina, Jacques Fourie, Shane Williams, some big names in the game. But none of those guys are still playing. The only one that's still playing is Keith Earls, who is 8 tries. He is 20th on the list. But the guy's 32 years old, so I would have thought it's probably going to be a bridge too far for him to get near that 15 try record. So I've had a look through some of the top try scorers from the Rugby World Cup just gone to see, could any of these guys potentially run down this record? Again, short-term answer I think is perhaps no. You might have to give them 2 World Cups to do it. Obviously from Lomu and Habana. Habana did his 15 tries in 3 World Cups. Lomu was just the 2, but Habana played later, so his was 2007, 11, and 15, whereas Lomu was 95 and 99. It's hard to compare the different times because I feel like we don't see as many lopsided scores nowadays as we did back then. I mean, you could argue Habana, if he'd played in 95 and 99, would have equally scored as many tries in 2 tournaments. But either way, whichever way you want to look at it, 15 tries is a massive number. So who might be able to get close? And I think it is tough to get close because I think the minnows these days aren't likely to ship as many tries as perhaps they used to. So who have we got? I've got 3 potential candidates for the record. I don't think any of them are strong favourites. I think if you're putting money on them to break this record, they would definitely be a long shot rather than a sure thing. But I'll go over a couple of the names, then go over some of the guys who are maybe there or thereabouts, but I think are even longer shots, and you guys can let me know your thoughts. So the first one, and why I'm wearing the Argentinian jersey, is a hooker, and it's Julian Montoya. Why have I get this guy, you ask? Well, interestingly, he is the second top try scorer for Argentina at World Cups behind Imhoff. He's played at 2 World Cups, and he's already racked up 6 tries. So it's not a bad stint for him. He had 2 at the previous World Cup and 4 at the one just gone. He scored a hat trick in the World Cup just gone. Why have I got him there? Because I mean, 6 tries. You're looking at 15. That's still a long way away, and for a guy who plays hooker, the guy is only. Oh, I didn't write down his age. 26, I think, from memory. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's 26. Let me double check. Yes, double check. 26 he is. So 26 for the guy who's about to become Argentina's number 1 hooker. He's behind Crevi throughout most of his career, but Crevi is 34, so you got to think next World Cup, Montoya is going to be the man, potentially World Cup after that. And potentially even World Cup after that. I mean, a lot of these guys, Best, I think, is 37, Crevi's 34, Schalk Brits is closing in on 40. So there's no reason this guy couldn't go to many more Rugby World Cups and just keep chipping away at that record. Again, I do think it's tough. He would probably need Argentina to go deep into the competition. And that's also another thing. Both these guys, Habana and Lomu, played for great teams. So, I mean, I think the Springboks went out once in the quarterfinals during Habana's time. But for Lomu's team, I think it was semifinals both times. So, you need a team that's going to go deep. And that may be the one area that Argentina maybe not. But anyway, so Montoya's the first guy on my list. Long shot, what do you guys reckon? And the second guy is Josh Adams. I mean, he's the top try scorer from the 2019 Rugby World Cup. He had 7. That's only one off Lomu and Habana's individual record for an individual World Cup. So they had 8, he had 7. Top man in 2019. He guy's almost 100 kilos and he's like 186 centimeters. So he's a big fella. He's got gas, but I don't think he's the guy who's solely reliant on gas. As an outside back, you probably do need to be able to either be that kind of evergreen player who can keep playing. Some of them seem to fall by the wayside once they hit kind of 28. But yeah, or potentially some of them move into the midfield and are able to prolong their careers that way. So at 24 years old, he's had 7 tries in 7 Rugby World Cup matches. You'd probably think he'd need 2 Rugby World Cups in him and another big one. Because, yeah, I mean, both of these guys had, big World Cups basically. I think Habana had 4 tries in one World Cup and a hat-trick in another. Lomu had 4 tries against England in the semi-final. So you do need those big ones. And Adams had a hat-trick against Fiji. So he's had that big game as well. And again, it seems like tough to put the likes of Josh Adams in that kind of that ballpark with Habana and Lomu. But at 24 years old, I wouldn't rule it out. That's another World Cup when he's 28 and then potentially another one when he's 32. Tough, but not impossible. Yeah. The third guy I've put down is a very, very long shot, and it's Jordie Barrett. And he's not going to be a popular choice because this is a guy that loves to get, he attracts a fair bit of criticism here in New Zealand. Famous brothers, has made mistakes in games which have been costly for the All Blacks at times. But the guy's been playing for the All Blacks for a while now. He's only 22 years old. He scored 3 tries. So he's well down the list in terms of his amount that he's already picked up. But he is only 22 and he plays virtually the whole back line. Apart from 9. I think he's played 10 for the All Blacks against, was it Namibia? He plays 15, he can play on the wing, and he likes the midfield. So there's no reason he's 22, 24, get 3 tries, he's up to 6, 28, get 3 tries, he's up to 9, and then even another one when he's in his 30s. He only needs one big World Cup to add up. So I think youth is definitely on his side if he could really hash out a very long and successful All Blacks career. He's a potential one basically based on his versatility and his age. But tough. Again, very tough to chase these guys down. Other guys I will quickly mention, Thokana Singer for England, he's also pretty young. He's only 22 years old. He's got 2 Rugby World Cup tries, so kind of similar vein to Jordie Barrett. If he could have a really big World Cup when he's in his mid to late 20s potentially. Damien Willems is only 21 years old. He's only had 1 try, but he's only played 1 Rugby World Cup game. So there's another guy who's got youth on his side. Some of the guys who are kind of ruled out, usually based on the age. Tuilangi's got 5 tries. He's 28. Probably not. Earls, like I mentioned, 8 tries, 32 years old. Beauden Barrett, he's one of the leading guys in New Zealand at the moment. 6 World Cup tries, but he's 28. So the clock is not on his side. You maybe just give him one more World Cup. Seymour for Scotland, 5 tries, he's 31. Hastings, though, for Scotland, 2 tries from 2 games, and he's 23. Again, age factors on his side, but it seems like tough. You'd need Scotland to go deep into a tournament. Mapimpi's had 6 tries in 6 games, but he is 29. So again, the Father Time is not on his side. Colby, he's only 26. He's only scored 3 tries. He would need a big Rugby World Cup, but he is also one of those guys you feel could have a longer playing career than most based on his just natural talents. Matsushima for Japan, again, would need Japan to go on a pretty big run. He's 26 years old, had 5 tries. Seems tough. Johnny May is 3 tries for England, he's 29. Fukuoka for Japan, 4 tries, he's 27. You might be wondering about Rico Ioane. That guy's been a try-scoring machine for the All Blacks, but he's got 24 tries for the All Blacks, but only 1 at the Rugby World Cup. Seems to have slightly fallen out of favour. So, yeah. Montoya, Adams, and Geordie Barrett. Those are my guys. Very long shot maybes. What do you guys reckon? Do you think this record? I think definitely it's safe for the next Rugby World Cup. Josh Adams is he would, if he got another 7 tries in one Rugby World Cup, which is very tough to do, he would still be 1 short, so he would need to equal their record of 8 just to get equal. But it's not impossible. So yeah. Argentina adopted a game where the hooker at the back of the ball gets a fair few tries. He could be your man as well. But yeah, you guys let me know your thoughts on this one. How safe do you think this record is for Habana and Lomu? Like I said, I think it's pretty safe for now, but going forward, you do never know. If you enjoyed the video, do please drop me a like. That would be very helpful. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. That's also what I spend half of my day doing these days, is reading and replying to comments. It's really good. I feel like I learn a lot, and I'm sure you guys will bounce some ideas off me as well. Other guys, potential guys who could be candidates to either get close to this record or potentially even break it as well. But yeah, cheers guys, and I'll talk to you again soon. See you later.